Good evening, friends. It's really my proud privilege to really welcome you in this very, I would say, very critical webinars, because this is a subject which is not really commonly either known to us or we don't hear much about us. This is something which has recently happened. So to know how can we make use of this new scheme of the Government of India of the MSME, today I have two stalwarts of our medical profession to join me to actually welcome you all, as well as to welcome our Honorable Minister of State, Mr. Pratap Sarangi, who was to join. He may join any time. So we have Dr. Girdhar Gyani, who is the Director General of the Association of Healthcare Providers of India, the former Secretary General of Quality Council of India, as well as the CEO of NABH. Popularly, he is known as the father of quality in India. So he, along with, we have Dr. Vinay Agarwal, another doyen of medical profession. He has been the past president of Indian Medical Association, as well as the president of CIMAO, which is the Confederation of Medical Association of Asia Oceania, and God knows of how many other societies.
Oh my God.
Jones as the president, but is a dear friend. And I must say that this particular topic of MSME is very close to his heart as well as to our heart. Although we started talking to some people in MSME as to why are you not trying to take the healthcare sector into this. In fact, Ms. Jayalakshmi, who is the speaker today, I had the pleasure of talking to her about it almost 3 years back in one of the conferences that we met, that we should try and do it. But I think it is the efforts of people like Dr. Vinay Agarwal who has really made it possible. I think it was his tremendous efforts during this period that we could achieve this. And of course, thanks to our present government as well as our minister, who is likely to join. As and when he joins, we'll be very happy to welcome him as well as to thank him. Shri Pratap Chandra Sarangi is the Honorable Minister of State for the Dairying, Animal Husbandry, Fishery and MSME. And to talk to us about this today's topic, we have Ms. Jayalakshmi Venkatanarayanan, and she is the only, I would say, woman business partner of Emerson Vertive for the last 22 years. And she is a energy and growth consultant for many, many organizations and very passionate about implementing MSME. So I would want her to, of course, straight away get into the topic. And of course, I think in between, as and when Mr. Sarangi joins, we may interrupt for a couple of minutes to listen to him. And I'll request both Dr. Vinay Agarwal and Dr. Girdhar Gyani we have to listen to her very, very patiently. And then I think we will all act like the panelists to ask her questions to make things very clear for all our, I would say, small and medium-sized establishment owners. Because I think this has been the biggest boon which has come in the way of the healthcare profession. In fact, I mean, you can imagine it has not come from the Ministry of Health. It is coming from the Ministry of MSME. And I think probably the magnitude of it is not being realized by the healthcare professionals. So thank you very much, Honorable Minister, sir. We had just talked about you. We thanked you for giving this gift of bringing the MSME scheme to the healthcare sector. And in welcoming you, I said the two stalwarts of the healthcare profession here with us, Dr. Girdhar Gyani, who is the director of the Association of Healthcare Providers of India, and Dr. Vinay Agarwal, the past president of the Indian Medical Association. And I am, sir, the president of the Consortium of Accredited Healthcare Organization, CAHO. We all welcome you for this very, very important webinar that we are conducting. to make people clear about this scheme. And to make that happen, we had invited Ms. Jayalakshmi, who is a very well-known speaker, a very passionate person to implement MSME. And your presence is making this webinar for us very, very important and memorable. Thank you very much, sir. And we'll want you to say a few words. And we really thank from the profession that, as I said, that this gift has come to us from not from the Ministry of Health, but from your ministry. So very special thanks to you. So to you, sir.
Namaskar.
Namaskar, sir.
I congratulate you all for giving me this opportunity to have some exchange of ideas. And due to this COVID-19, the entire world economy and the social life of humans have been adversely affected, and India cannot be an exception to this. The fact that government has granted several facilities earlier also, but our MSME sector is very badly affected. Now, government has removed the difference between manufacturing and service sector, and the definition of MSME being changed. Many units are encouraged to improve their capacity because there is not a fear to lose their benefits as MSME units. And your medical sector has been also included in it. So you can also avail this opportunity. But I am here to listen only because this is a new dimension of MSME, and we have to see how it works. Government has declared 20 lakh crore package to revive our economy, and some important transformation changes in policies. For the existing units which are standard, that is, which have not been declared NPA, but which are on the way to NPA, have been given 3 lakh crores of collateral-free bank loan, and banks, NBFCs are at liberty to grant loan, and the loan is granted up to 20% of their outstanding balance. This is a collateral-free loan. Government stands guarantee. The bank manager need not be afraid of, because in case of default, government will pay. Second is a financial package of 20,000 crore. It is called subordinate debt fund to stressed accounts. MSME units which were earlier having no other way of relief. According to the Reserve Bank guideline, there were only one way to recover their property, to auction their property by the banks, and to croak the entire property to recover the loans. Now they have been given a chance to reorganize their units, to restructure their units with this subordinate debt fund of 20,000 crore. There is a third category which are really healthy units, whose performance is well, whose turnover is well, but due to this 3, 4, 5 months pandemic and lockdown, their production has been stopped, their market has been closed, the supply chain has been disturbed. So for their revival also, a package of 50,000 crore rupees has been announced by the government, out of which 10,000 crore will be paid by the government as a corpus fund, and 40,000 crore, 1:4 ratio, will be collected from market through equity infusion. The government made a policy change due to bureaucratic technology. Earlier, in many government procurements, only international players participated. Indian players could not participate. Now, our Honorable Prime Minister has intervened in it, and a mandatory provision has been made that up to 200 crores of government procurement, no foreign player can participate. Only Indian MSMEs, Indian businessmen, Indian business houses can participate. Since World Trade Fair and exhibitions is not possible, our rural artisans and our bigger entrepreneurs all are granted e-market access to a global platform. So these are the reliefs to the existing units. For the startups, for the new ones, new entrepreneurs who want to venture There are our existing provisions already, our PMEGP, Spurti cluster, our Aspire scheme, CGTMSC, so they can avail loans and subsidies and other technical guidance for this. Now, how to make these packages fruitful, how to translate this into action is a $1,000,000 question, because simply announcing is not enough. We will identify the beneficiaries, how they will apply, how they will get the benefit. The DIC manager in every district is supposed to be the MSME counseling authority. But for other units, our DIs in every state, our director industries, they will provide them the technical know-how, the guidance and all. And our NSIC is another organization which provides technical guidance, which provide technical training also. And they also support by raw material assistance. A small unit may not be able to collect raw materials, may not be able to pay immediately. They want a credit. So raw materials on credit is given by NSIC, which performs the role of an aggregator. Now our tool rooms and training centers. In tool room cum training center in almost every state we have. It's a 200 crore project, and world-class training is given there. This training is imparted with a view to enable them to be employed in any industry or to start their own entrepreneurship. And then 100% employment is almost assured in all the tool rooms cum training center. There are also extension centers. This year 20 tool rooms and 100 extension center is going to be completed, and for that 6,000 crore has been sanctioned, approved, and the work has been started. Besides this, we are having our small units, micro units in every village, and the government has declared the ideal as Atmanirbhar Bharat. Atmanirbhar Bharat means every village should have its own necessities fulfilled, produced there. So Mahatma Gandhi told that not mass production but production by masses is the solution to our economic problem. Suppose you are a nursing home, you require sanitary napkins, you require many small instruments which can be prepared in our rural setup also. For them, we need their skill upgradation, and through DDU GKY and Skill India, trainings in massive scale is being imparted nowadays for these migrant laborers and the rural force. So this human resource can be trained. They are being trained in hospitality service, medical attendants, and this construction work, missionary work, and hardware and software trainings are given. For beauty parlor and saloons also, different types of training are important, because we are having a huge manpower, but they are not skilled properly. So skilling them, upskilling them is quite essential. And such a big country, our attempts, although government is trying its utmost, but it may not be visible sometimes. But nowadays, in every block, such types of trainings are being imparted. So you can also start your own training institutes to recruit your own manpower, or to provide this manpower support, this workforce support to other medical units also. There may be nursing schools and medical attendants may be trained. So nowadays individuals also require medical attendants and nurses. So that can be done. Now, how to get the benefit? Exactly in urban areas, general people, when they start an MSME unit, they get 15% subsidy, and in rural areas it is 25%. For a lady or SC/ST, in urban areas it is 25%, and in rural areas it is 35%. Now, uh, there are many units, suppose in food processing, forest product processing, and agricultural waste processing, industrial waste processing, and plastic waste processing. Many such units can be built up to reduce our pollution and to create more employment, to create more wealth. Now, for these medical units, these nursing homes, hospitals, this is for the first time that you are being included in this sort of things as you are considered to be MSMEs. So you can apply um, to get the benefits through, you can register yourself under this Udyam. Earlier it was Udyog Aadhar Memorandum, now it's a new portal, Udyam registration. And you can also register yourself under NSIC or DIC, and you can ask for the required benefits through your organization through which you have been registered. They may approve your project proposal and they may send to the bank. Once it is approved, the bank is to provide the finance or issue the subsidy or other benefits. So now the banks as an option, normally banks are reluctant to provide even loans. Now we are taking the issue with all seriousness, and aggressively our ministries in MSME, finance and all these ministries are jointly trying to impress upon the banks that it is their duty to provide them loans as per requirement, as per the government guideline and government stance guarantee. And they will have to do it as a part of their duty, and because they are there for the national growth. MSME being the backbone of our economic system, and the growth of India depends mainly upon MSME, because it provides the largest number of employment after agriculture, the second largest sector of employment, and with low cost also, low investment than big industries. So since for the first time you are included within this benefit range, and now you have to apply after getting yourself registered. Also you can register in the stock exchange also, and you can get money through equity also. There is a provision, if any problem arises, you can register a complaint in the Champions portal, and Champions portal is there to identify champions in every field of activities, every field of achievements, and to sponsor their names, these institutions, industries, MSME units, to be rewarded at the national level. And there is a grievance redressal mechanism in this Champions portal. So that earlier it was settled through settled through this Samadhan portal. Now, since this does not become very effective, this Champions portal is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and anybody can register a complaint and it will be addressed very soon. So it's a very effective portal and you can do. And if you want to know the knowledge, you want to gather the knowledge or the technicalities of this benefits, you can also learn it from this Champions portal, and this DIS and NSIC, they are there to give you technical guidance and financial support. And I think that our healthcare system may be improved to world class through humble champions like you, and by taking the benefits and by impressing upon the people that you are there for the national regeneration. And namaskar.
Thank you so much for, I think you have made also the job of our speaker, Ms. Jayalakshmi, Venkat Narayanan also, because I'm sure a lot of, I would say, knowledge that you have provided, and I'm sure that she can make use to build on that, what you have already kind of this thing, because I think the healthcare sector is most, I would say, least knowledgeable about these schemes and how to make use of it. So over to you, Ms. Vijay Lakshmi. And we, as I said, Dr. Girdhar Gyani and Dr. Vinay Agarwal have to see that whatever has been deliberated is useful to all of us.
Yes, thank you so much. It is really a very big privilege, but little scared also, because anything, if I know, if I'm not in that line, you can please correct me, sir. And I'm trying to help more people in the MSME. So it is my, now being an entrepreneur, when we started business in 38 years, at that time nobody was there to help us. So now I want to help more and more people, more and more entrepreneurs, more and more business owners. If I'm able to make some changes with them, I'm very happy. That is the reason what I have started, because when the finance minister was announcing the schemes, I was getting a lot of calls. Then I found that there is a gap between government wants to do a lot of things and everything even entrepreneurs wants, but no, they were not knowing where to approach, what to do. And then I thought, why can't I take this initiative and help more and more, entrepreneurs and business owners, so that I will be very happy for that. And thanks to AHPI and Kaho for inviting me here. It's really a privilege. Thank you, Minister Sir, for it's really wonderful. Like, if you are listening, I'm very blessed. So straight away, let us go to the subject. We are entered, healthcare has entered MSME, and it was called Udyog Aadhar Memorandum. And let us make sure that now we are using the name called Udyam. And most of the people, like, you might be thinking, why I'm starting from the scratch, because hospitals and healthcare has been introduced newly. Most of the people are not registered with MSME, so I want them to get in. What is MSME? MSME is nothing but micro, small, medium enterprises, which everybody knows. But earlier it was more focused on manufacturing. Manufacturing and services was under MSME, but still more focus was given to the manufacturing. Now we are actually, we can say government is ready to support manufacturing and services. So utilize that opportunity. If you are manufacturing some pharma items also, or if you are going to give service also, you both are coming under MSME, please register under Udyam. And who can register? There is a question that we have already registered long before. SSI, or this one I have registered with UIM just last month. So I just want to inform you that whoever has registered till June 30th, please, you have to go to this Udyam. I'm going to share all the details in the future in this coming slides. So you have to register again from 1st July. This Udyam registration is applicable, very, very user friendly, and you will put all your GST, like, if you have already registered in UIM, automatically it is taking most of the details. And one important thing is now Aadhar card, along with that, now even the PAN card has been added into this. So you can keep the documents. I'll tell you what are all the things should be done. So if you can just listen carefully, you will be able to do that very easily. And why to register with MSME? I will share with you what are all the challenges hospitals are facing. Whether it is a business owner or a hospital, doesn't mean it both are same only. So I will share with you what is the challenges we are facing. Once you are registered with the MSME, how we are going to come out of all these challenges, and we are going to make these challenges as an opportunity. And other government registrations like NSIC, in Bangalore VTPC, or there are a lot of other things. MSME Institute is there, MSME Champion is there. So I'm going to touch upon all these things. And options for funding. So which funding, what sort of funding, when you can go for funding, and what sort of funding you need to approach, how to approach for the funding. And cluster hospital is one of the major thing what I want the healthcare people to think about, because with the cluster we can do wonders in India. So we can make cluster Bharat actually. So what is in our mind? How to handle this situation without stress, because in this pandemic situation we have a lot of challenges, like we have to, if it is a own building also, we have to pay EMI, or if it is rented, we have to pay rent, and we have manpower problem. People could have gone out and they may not come back, or we have social distancing we have to maintain, and we have to make shifts. So rent, manpower, funding, and end of the day, we have invested money in this, and where is our revenue? So finally, all of us, we want the growth. You may be thinking, like, I will just come to the challenges first. So we have to, after the pandemic, if we have to continue our, first of all, our business, we need to sustain in our model, sustain in our hospitals. So that is very important. So for sustaining and then retaining our clients. For example, now clients are going to be same, but their mind setup is changed. They'll be thinking that your consultation fees are very high. This hospital, the bed charges are very high. So they may be your continuous clients, but why should they come now? So that may be their thinking. So you have to retain that and generate more footfall. Nowadays, people, we are really scared to go out. So how to create more footfall? I'm telling you, go digital and grow digital. That is the word what we can tell from government. You please go always digital. You can create, first of all, in this period, create your maximum database, which can be used once that 2 months, 3 months when the market is open. You will have a huge growth. So make sure that you are creating your digital marketing, and manpower is one challenge what we face. And once we do all these things, our revenue will go high automatically, because when we do retaining the clients and go digital, and manpower, when we are using apprenticeship or skill development of Government of India, so we can definitely reduce our manpower cost. Why to go with some unknown people and calling them and putting the advertisement? And there is a lot of benefits what we are going to get it from MSME. So working capital is next one, and then once we are having all these things in hand, automatically our we can attract more partnerships and shares, right? So all these things, if that should happen, government is giving us, they have included us in MSME, and they have announced all the schemes. So if you are utilizing that, and for example, I'm a person who does only business with a lot of corporates, hospitals, and all these people. Now my business, if you see last 3 months, I work only on work from home people. So think differently. Anything, there is a way. So always think differently, and think different is only the key. So that you can see why I'm putting all these challenges is, MSME, if you are registering and going with the schemes, I'm going to tell you how you can come out of all these challenges, so that automatically your growth will be there. And what is the other government registrations for us to grow? One is MSME Udyam, that is whatever you want to do in the business, whatever registration you want to do, whatever facilities you want to get from government, anything you think about MSME Udyam registration is the basic, which is mandatory. So first you do that, then we can think about all these other things. And MSME data bank, once you register with Udyam, when we are coming under MSME data bank, we always get all the mails, like what are all the MSME programs are there, what is the MSME schemes are there. Regularly we get emails, and then we get the information about that. And MSME Institute is there, every state it is there, and MSME Institute is giving training for all the subjects, like it can be for funding, it can be every month they will have program in different subjects. So you can register with MSME Institute and then go and approach them, and you can get the information, and monthly once attend some seminars, so which will give you more and more knowledge about MSME. And MSME champions, our Honorable Minister, he spoke about that very well. Actually, like I may not be able to tell that much, but MSME champions, even I have registered. The thing is, like when we put some keywords, like for example, let it be LinkedIn or your website. So many hospitals are there. How we are doing SEO? Like that, when you are putting certain keywords in champions, it always take you to the top. And one more thing is, you can like down final, if you see, instead of even having hospital whole website and other things. For example, Dr. Vinay Agarwal, I want to have my own some sort of smaller website kind of thing, or link something about that. You can always create in that only without even spending any money. There is a lot of benefits, but these are all the things. Please write it down. And somebody was asking link in the question and answer session. I will tell you, no need for looking for any links. Just type this, whatever I typed here, just type it in the Google. You will get all the details. And NSIC is one of my, again, favorite one, National Small Industries Corporation. Once you have registered under MSME, you can register under NSIC. So here, when you register, whenever you want to go for any government tendering, right? So absolutely there is no EMD payment. EMD, earnest money deposited, you need not pay. And second thing is, like whenever you are going, and tender fee, it can be even 100 rupees or 1000 rupees or whatever it may be. Tender fee you need not pay. And earnest money deposit you need not pay. And if suppose this will be very interesting to you. When there is a tender, suppose you are L2, you have quoted 100 rupees. Okay, and your competitor has quoted 95 rupees. But you will be awarded the order because you are NSIC registered. NSIC registered entrepreneurs will be given a privilege for more than 15%. If you are registering under MSME, the order should come to you only though you are L2. So there one more again, you will gain revenue also, margin also over there. And finally, after getting the order, always there is some 5% or 10% the people catch hold as the security deposit with them for till the warranty period or till the services are rendered. It can be any services. So that will not be there if you are registered under NSIC, right? So MSME and NSIC, make sure that you are registering in both of that. And any doubt is there, you can take my number from them, and then it is very, very easy. And MSME Udyam, I want to inform you one more thing. I'm going to give you some links after some time, and go through that link and then register in the Google. If somebody is asking you, you have to pay 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, if that is coming in the last, that shows that it is not government website. So make sure that the government is asking you any money, it is free of cost. So you can go there and register. If some consultant is approaching you, you are appointing some consultant, then it is your wish, you are paying, but not for the government. And VTPC is one of the things like Visvesvaraya Trade Promotional Center, which is available in Bangalore. So here also, whenever we go abroad and whenever we go for delegations, it is really useful for that. And GEM portal is one of the things, like whenever you want to do any sales, products or services, right? And it can be services also. Don't think that. And one more thing, most of the time people think that MSME means it is only meant for very smaller companies. Now I'll show you up to 250 crores you are coming under MSME. So it is not a smaller amount. So each and everybody, if you are doing 200 crore business also, or if you are doing 5 crore business also, you can quote under this NSIC or GEM portal. So turnover, it doesn't matter. So GEM portal, it is like you are having a lot of online stores. I don't want to mention any name. So you are buying a lot of things through online, right? So instead of same like what is the product, what is the price, what is the services, what is the price, how they are maintained, same like that you will be putting all this information in the GEM portal. And all the public sectors, like let it be BEL, BHEL, or you take any public sector, they will see first if they want to buy some item, they will always see is there anybody who is registered under GEM portal. And if nobody is there, then only they will go outside and buy. So more than that, what we want? So we have to utilize that opportunity, make sure that you are registering under GEM portal, and then you can always, you can get the tenders from that. And NSIC, why we are registering is, it is like a bigger tenders, right? And the e-procurement, you have to register for that, to go online, and then you to auction in that. And with that, you will be able to quote for any tenders. And all these things, till now you have not done, but you are now eligible to do all this. And apart from all these things, if you are registered under MSME, for example, in hospital, you are having a maintenance engineers, right? You may require, for example, if you are having 100 employees, you are eligible to take 10 people on apprenticeship. And you can, some of the consultant you will be having, you can make them to train. You can give them the thing, what are all the things they'll be doing. There is other, again, that is one more subject that is. But for example, instead of paying 30,000 rupees for an engineer, maintenance engineer, you can take apprenticeship, train them. Okay, you are making more people skilled also. One thing. Second thing is more employment. Instead of taking one person, you can take two people. And in that also, for example, 10,000 rupees if you are paying to that engineer, around 5,000 rupees will be paid back to you by the government. There is a limitation. For example, 8,000 is the, for the BE person, 4,000 they will pay. But for, suppose if you are paying 20,000 rupees salary or 30,000 rupees salary, they will not pay you 15,000. There is a limitation. Up to 8,000 is the limitation for BE and other people. So around at least some amount when you are getting it back, when the employees are 50 people, then automatically you will save money in the manpower also. And when it is coming to skill development, if suppose apprenticeship institute is applicable only for the technical people like BE, diploma or BE people. Suppose if you are coming and asking us like, I want other skilled people. Every state there is a skill development department is available. You can approach them, okay, which is controlled by central government only. But still, the way how they give training, and then how the Honorable Minister told like that they are making even the placements for them, and you can go and ask them like, this is what is the skilled people I want, and I want 10 people. Will you be able to train and give it to us? They will do that. And one more thing is, you can create your own skill development center also. And it can be used for nursing communication, doctors communication, or it can be any trainings, whatever we do in the hospitals. We can create that under the skill development also. You can register your company and then you can get it done. So, most of the time people go with the color, and this one will go to the mind. So I have taken this picture. This one was given in different colors. So forget about the color. But this, the government website will go like this, udyamregistration.gov.in. And down I have given you all these, other GOV, or it can be ORG. So all these things will come like this. Any of these sites, government never asks for any fee for you to register under MSME. So make sure that you are going to the right site. And what are the documents required is very, very simple. You need not scratch your head. Just take your PAN card, Aadhaar card, address proof. See, when you are applying for loan, all the hospitals, when we started, we could have applied for a lot of loans and other things. Even that much is not required. You just go with address proof, that is Aadhaar card and PAN card, and your account details and all these things. And one thing very, very important here is, I'll show you what is the NIC code. Most of the time what happens is, even recently, so many hospital owners and doctors talked to me and they told that you are telling that healthcare is under MSME. But when we are searching, it is not there. So I am telling you, there is something called NIC code which is asked for. If you put the code, automatically it will take you to the healthcare. So you need not sit and search for that. See, for example, section Q, Human Health and Social work activities. Division 86, human health activities. Below 86, it will be 861, health activities. 862, medical and dental practice activities. 869, other health services. And for example, 8610, so health hospital activities. 8620, medical dental practice activities. 8690, other human health activities, like it can be even now, even the Ayurveda, Unani, homeopathy. And 86904, activities of nurses and measures, all these people, whomever you say, right, all these people are coming under this, so that you can register under that. 86905 for independent diagnostic center. 86906 for independent blood banks. 86909, especially there is a column for even ambulance. So this much clearly it has been mentioned in the Udyam website. Please go and see this particular division 86. Is it clear? Sir, shall I proceed?
Yes, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So simple registration with Udyam, name and Aadhaar number of your business owner. Okay, if you are a partner, better always keep both the people's documents, and documents required as if suppose if you are coming under SC, ST, OBC or any category, please always keep the certificate with you, and name of your organization or enterprise. This everybody knows. You will be thinking, why I have put this? For example, what is the example I can take? For example, if I am putting Universe Hospital, Universe Hospital is a name if I am putting, and if your name is Universe Hospitals, okay, there should not be any this one. When you are going for the bank, government will not see you that when you are going to the bank, in which name the check is coming. So put that spelling correctly. Most of my fellow entrepreneurs does that mistake, so I am telling you, type your company name very, very clearly. And if you are having any other company earlier, if it is asking for that particular details, please do not hide it, because it may add some value to this particular registration also. And whether irrespective of whether you fill it up or not, when you are putting the PAN number, we can easily trace out that. But instead of somebody tracing it out, please put it like if you are going to start a new company also, when it is asking for period registration, please put the details. And type of organization you own, whether it is a proprietor concern, private limited or public limited, whatever it may be. And current account details and the PAN details. And NIC code, I told you, that is the main code what you need to think about, and otherwise you will register in something wrongly. And steps to register is go to the official website, enter the information, fill the details, fill correspondence details. That is also very important. Suppose if you are having any main, cross, all these things, maintain it very, very carefully. And see, you may be thinking why I'm talking all this, but these are all the mistakes what the entrepreneurs does. Fill the carry forward info also, and fill the bank details. Classification of your enterprise, under the which classification you are coming, and total investment. Investment means it is not like what you are invested in the interior or something. Please understand, investment is on plant and machinery. Select the district, industry, center. That is also very, very clear. Please check which district and which industry center you belong to. With this, I think if you are really efficient in computer, you can fill up these things as per me. I tried. In 7 minutes, you can fill it up. If you are having all the details with you. So I'm telling you, it is a very, very simple method. If you can register under MSME, you can make all these challenges to the opportunity. Definitely. And if you have already registered also, you please register it again now. And you can be a very, very smaller startup, or it can be and one more question. Like the hospital is running for 15-20 years. Shall I register now? Please register. You are supposed to register earlier also. You didn't register. At least now you come to the line. So you please register now. If you want to avail any government credit or any facility from government, it is mandatory that you should register it. And most of the hospitals were telling we are very big and the turnover is more, so how can we fit into the MSME? This is a government, no, that is the reason I have taken the same information from that flyer, saying that investment micro, small and medium. Micro, if you are investing 1 crore, you are under micro, 10 crore you are under small, medium you are under 50 crore, you are under medium. Annual turnover 5 crore, 50 crore and 250 crore. Imagine up to 250 crore you are, what you can say, you are secured and government is keeping you in their hand and then they are ready to support you. So please make sure and utilize this opportunity. Now there will be a question. You are talking about MSME, you register, government is giving this much and then, but what are all the reasons, what are all the things we get it? Again, one more question was there in that question answer thing. Why to register? What we get it from MSME? Till now I have told so many, but still, marketing support. Starting, because marketing is one of the major thing. I'm telling you, we have, it can be All India expo also. It can be state-wise expo also. When you are under MSME, if it is women and SC/ST, most of the time it is free, right? And if you are under this one, you will have subsidy on that. Suppose if you have to pay 1 lakh rupee for the stall. If the event is registered under NSIC or something, okay. Always whenever you get a very big, for example, Kahotech. I will take a Kahotech as an example. Kahotech was registered. It NSIC was supporting that. So 1 lakh rupee stall, we can get it for 30,000 rupees. So same like that when we are going for other events, and I'm telling you, it is not only in India, anywhere in global. When you are going for a global event, always you see that, or if you are not very clear, ask with the organizer whether this event is registered under NSIC. Or you approach the nearby NSIC office. I'm telling you, we have never seen government office functioning even up to 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock you message, they will reply to you. Such a support we are getting, please utilize that. And delegation. For example, we are having this many members with us. What we can do is, we all can, for example, one event, one expo is happening in what we can say, Taipai Computer is doing some event, or some other hospital event is happening. What we can do is, you can create how many people are interested. You can take all their first mandatory again is MSME certificate. So you can collect their earlier, at least we had UAM, UM1, UM2, all these confusions were there. Now everything is under one roof. So you have to collect all these documents, whatever is mentioned in that. In the delegation, if you go and come back, most of the time you get more than 80 to 85% of your flight charges are reimbursed. If the event is registered under MSME NSIC, you are going to get that reimbursement. So, but I'm telling you, those who are listening here, the hospital owners or doctor, let me be very clear. If you are going and coming back and claiming with the government, if the government is not paying you, please don't come and ask us. It is very, very clear. You should go in a group. You should go through an association, and all the documents should be given prior to the travel, and then only it is applicable. So don't go alone and come back and ask for the reimbursement. You will not get it. And second thing is PPP, which is called public procurement policy. Like generally, percentage of minimum 20% of the purchase is from MSME. So if you are going to change your one more, you are starting a sanitation, you are going to start something, or you are going to keep, we can have even some sort of, audits, or you can have some sort of products or services if you are going to do and register under MSME, you have a chance, more chance to get the business. And this what I told you about the trade shows. And if you are a startup companies, and whenever even the manufacturing, especially to manufacturers, service is very less in this. So mainly for the manufacturers, if you are ready to manufacture any sanitizer or anything related to health related products, if you are manufacturing, you can get the subsidy on zero effect, zero defect. Okay, so because government wants us to maintain the quality, right? And we should make sure that we are manufacturing the correct quantity, quality, and how the streamline is going, everything is monitored in that. You will be knowing about ISO. So earlier ISO 9000 was given as a subsidy. So now Z has been given for that, because this is more efficient than that actually. And subsidy on trademark registration and subsidy on patent. When you are starting a new company or when it is a startup, trademark and patent, all these things you are having the subsidy on the amount, again underline if you are under MSME. And industrial promotion, again, if the same industry, healthcare industry, can be promoted with the subsidy. And one more major thing is payments within 45 days. This is one of the major challenge what a hospital, for example, you will be billing around 7 lakhs to one patient. And in that 6 lakhs should be given by the insurance person. And insurance person will give you the payment after maybe a 1 month, 2 months or something. But till then, where is your capital? So anybody should make the payment anywhere. If you are giving the product or services, you should get the payment within 45 days. Actually, here there is one small, this one saying that as Honorable Minister told, if the payment is not made, we can definitely put it in the champions, or we can put it even, there is one more link also for delayed payment. You can go to Google for MSME for delayed payments, you will get the link. But as a consultant and as an entrepreneur, what I suggest you, because first time you have come under MSME, what I suggest is always it is better if you are very clear on what you are going to do and what is your payment terms and how you are going to collect the payments and make. And if it is not coming, please negotiate with them. And if it is in a very rare situation, then you go to that thing and put it. Otherwise, next time if you are going to collect the same order, then that particular company may not entertain you. So that people should keep in mind, and then you can this one. And once you are registering under MSME data bank and NSIC, what you need not go to the portal and check up every day, like what is any tenders are there. You can get all the tenders on in your hand itself. They will send it to you. And manpower support, I already told you about the apprenticeship and skilled people. And barcode, suppose when you want to sell sanitizer, let it be, or it can be gloves, or it can be any this one. And all this barcode also, there is, for example, MSME institutes, they give training how to make barcode, how to use the barcode, and then where you can purchase that machine. And then that sort of missions, again, when I'm coming to funding, I'll tell you where you can get it with lesser interest also. Then see, they are feeding you all the information. And industrial space, if you want to come out with the land, okay, you want 2 acre, 3 acre, every 1 year, 2 years, always they allot lands. Like for example, if we are getting a land for per acre 1.5 crores, for example, MSME registered, and if it is a women SC/ST, you will have around some percentage discount, or at least 1.5 crore land you will be getting it at 1 crore. Don't you feel it is really worth? And export guidance and support. So please don't import, always export. That is what I always prefer. So whenever there is something, we try to make it, let us make it ourselves. And make India to export more. And there is a lot of support for that, even from BTPC, IDBI Bank is supporting. A lot of people are supporting on that, and skill development support and training, what I told you. And finally, because see, without knowing all these things, most of the time, business owners, hospital owners, entrepreneurs, let it be. First, we talk about MSME means funding. I'm telling you, first of all, you understand it is a credit facility. It is not something as a gift. You have to maximum return it back. So if they are giving also, what I am telling is what is required for us, let us take only that. So that is why I have put the funding in the last. So when we start up, if you are a startup, generally source of the finance, bank loan or self-funding, venture capitals are there, joint venture collaboration you can go about. And once you have grown up to some level, then I suggest you better go with the government schemes so that you will be stabilized and you know that now you can do this activity. You can continue and then you can grow to the next level, then you can go for financing. So government's finance support, Mudra loan, I'm starting with this because I don't want you to go for that, because especially for the hospitals. What happens is Mudra loan is for a smaller, very small business owners, and the limit maximum what they can give it is only 10 lakhs. Suppose if you have started a very small dental clinic today and you have invested, taken Mudra loan and invested 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs into that. And tomorrow you want to, like, your market, your flow is coming like anything, and you want to make it as, dental physiotherapy and all these things, and you want to make it, who knows, you will become a multi-specialty hospital. And that time, if you want to go, again, you need to repay that amount. And that is a small waiting period. Then you can be covered under other schemes. So what I suggest is 10 lakh is not a smaller amount. Always CGTMSC is my favorite funding, what I can say. Please tell the manager why I'm putting all these things, but I want you to please listen one thing. When you go to the bank, before signing, please ask them under which scheme they have put you. That is a mistake. Again, underlining and telling you, most of the business owners, what is the mistake they do? See, government can give, and this is what you people do, and this, but bank managers, which is the easiest loan to clear it is Mudra loan. So 10 lakhs if you want, and if you have been locked with Mudra, and then coming out of that and doing the other thing will be little difficult. So always start from CGTMSC. It is nothing but credit guarantee to medium small enterprises. Okay. So this is one thing, like up to 2 crores you can get a collateral free loan to start with. And collateral free in the sense, like, if there is no building, no activity, nothing, and then people should give the funding, means they will not give you. It is every month you should give your plant and machinery, or if you are having any, whatever stocks you are having or whatever serviceable items you are having, all these things you should every month in the first week, you should give them the list of that equipments, plant and machineries, what you are having. And even including that, whatever you are having, syringe, this many boxes I am having, all these things you can include in that, no problem. But this information should go to them so that they can give you up to 2 crore without any collateral. And next, coming to term loan. Term loan, generally what I suggest is, as a business owners, let it be any business owner. I will tell you, we are not very, 1 month we may have 1 crore in the account, and next month if you see, next 10 days if you see, we may have hardly 2 lakhs. So we cannot identify when the money will, whether the cash flow, if the cash flow is very smooth, and if you are assured that definitely you will get this much of amount in the account every month, then term loan is okay. Otherwise, always catch the manager and go with credit guarantee scheme. That is one of the best scheme. That is why in this, all these things I have put that in the yellow, right? And then secured one. If you are already having a hospital, if the premises is yours, You can always give that as a collateral, and then you can take the loan. And you may ask that even all the other private banks are giving, why should I go with this MSME and all these things? But you will save a lot of interest rating when you are giving the collateral and then going for the loan. If you are under MSME, you will save the interest. And top up COVID-19, that is one of the fantastic initiative what government has taken. If you are already having a limit with any banks, without any documents, even they didn't even ask us. First they credited 20% to me. Then I didn't ask. They put another 10%. Okay. So this was given, instruction was given by the government for the stressed entrepreneurs because pandemic situation, there was no movement in April, May. So completely, but when the people are thinking, it was really amazing, and it was surprise to know that the government was backing up us, and it was such a good this one. But I will give you one small terms and condition in that. Suppose if you are most of the owners, business owners come and ask me, I was last year and all I was paying, only this year I didn't pay. So still they didn't increase my 20%. See, if you are paying the amount till March 15th or something, at least March EMI, or at least February, then we can go and ask with the bank that from March only I was unable to pay, you please do this. But if you are already a defaulter, then the bank may not take a risk. Right? Even we may not, like for example, somebody is, we are giving to one of our vendor or one of our client, we are giving them credit limit. Suppose 2-3 times if they are not paying, then we will not give them credit. How the bank will give it to us? We cannot expect that, correct? So, and next is Atmanirbhar. Again, that is also, I'm telling you, spell that word, you will feel secured. And you can always think that each and starting from, I don't have anything in the hand, starting from that, till what you want, this many crores of amount has been announced. And most of the people ask, this many crores are announced, what I will get it. So I'm telling you, how much ever you money you have, you can eat only that much. Like that, whatever you want, you can take it from there, but it is really a wonderful scheme. And NPA accounts, suppose if, as Honorable Minister was telling, if that was going to be NPA, it's really, at least definitely bank could have supported you. If it was already NPA also, people are actually nowadays coming to the premises, they are ready to evaluate, saying that why it was not paid. And here I will come back to you for this one. Suppose if you are done a very huge project and the payment does not come from, it can be from any bodies, then you could have even taken the bill discounting and other facilities. So people if it is NPA also, please approach and then find out how you can, at least you pay off up to February. Then you will get it. Recently one doctor spoke to me and he told, every scheme is announced, you are the MSME fan, and then I didn't get even name. I told, see, then I sat for 5 minutes, I told him, you pay up to February, then you come back to me. After 2 days, I took my mother. He told, Jayalakshmi, I got 1 crore immediately from my bank. I was very happy. But small things but one is mind block. Before going there only, the people are telling, but they will not give. Nobody is getting. I am the proof for getting everything from MSME. So I'm telling you, you will get everything. Come out of your mind and be open, be transparent, and go and talk to the bank and tell them what you want, you will get it. And KSFC, suppose if you want to get one medical equipment or sort of equipments when you want to buy, you can get even 4% interest of loans from KSFC. And SIDBI is one of the very good schemes what they have come up with, bill discounting and even NPA accounts. Most of the time they have come out. I'll come to that point actually separately. And NSIC, what they do for the funding is, if you are registered under MSME and if you are registered under NSIC, if you are approaching some bank, and they are asking 100 questions and you are stuck somewhere, you call up NSIC. They will give you a recommendation letter also for you. We have taken. So they will give a recommendation letter saying that this unit is so and this is doing this, and then they are registered under MSME, NSIC. Please support them with 40 lakhs loan, like that. So avail that facility. And subsidy, whenever, what I suggest is subsidy. There are so many subsidies are announced. And I don't know whether I'm right or wrong in front of the minister. I suggest grow up to some level, take maximum benefit of the credit limit, then you apply for subsidy. Don't take 20 lakhs or 50 lakh or what, 3 or 2 crore loan and then apply for the subsidy. Go up to that level where you can grow up to that level and then you take the subsidy. And reimbursement, as I told you earlier, there are several things you are getting this one, and NSIC, this is from my friend from NSIC. NSIC has agreed MOU with certain banks. These are all the banks, they will give a letter saying that this person is registered under NSIC, so please give them the credit, like that. So more than that, what we can do, and again, SIDBI, Small Industries Development Bank of India. This particular thing, suppose if, as I told you, if you have billed the patient and you are still waiting for the payment to come, you can always, like, you go to this portal, that is something called TRED portal. You go there, TREDS, go there, register your company yourself under that. You will have n number of benefits from there, so that your cash flow will be more and your working capital, instead of taking only loan like that, this for the stopgap arrangements, you can use this particular portal. It is very, very good actually. And other helplines, what we say is in the Google, you go for MSME helpline, MSME champions, and something called My MSME, which I like it very much because it is like my company, it is like my MSME. Okay. And skill development, you can register the company's hospital so that you can get a lot of trainings and this one, instead of calling someone and like, what you can say, you will save, I can tell you, minimum not less than 40% if you are going through them. And Karnataka Udyog Mitra and KIDB, same like that. Every state is having land allotment departments are there. So you can approach them every year. See, once you are registered under MSME, you will get all these details. For MSME, we are allotting this land here in this, there, like that. So now actually coming to the point of obtaining funds, have a proper business plan, company finances, projections, statistics, easily readable, accessible, and hard copy and soft copy. Please don't mistake. Banks want even hard copy because though, like, they have to file it. Modify plan according to the type of funding, because if you are going for project funding or if you are going for some other funding, then you can change the thing. And when I'm putting all these things, you will wonder that cost and repayment schedule, whether you want it for short term or mid-term, and government schemes and obtain funds according to the nature of the projects. You will be thinking one thing now, hey, we have been running the hospital for 10 years and then we are doing so many crores of business. You are talking to me about the finance. Sorry, I am not going to talk about this, your balance sheet or something. Why I want to put this here is, when you go to the bank, okay, most of our business owners, what is the mistake we do is, we go everything and then we tell our problems, our challenges to the bank manager. Honorable Minister should excuse me for giving this particular tips actually. What I am telling is, if you are confident on what you are doing, and then if you are going and sitting in front of the manager and if you are telling that, yes, I am doing this and by this 6 months I'll be getting this and 1 year I'll be getting this. If your CA has made the balance sheet also, made the projection by the CA also, before going to the bank, please read that. And if suppose if the finance person has made it like, next year I will do 220 crores. And then if you are going into, sir, now it is so much of pandemic, and then India itself is like that only, it is not going. So I don't think we will be able to go more than 50 crores. I think we will try. Means which manager will give you loan? First point, go with the confidence. Second thing is, go with the vision that you are going to get this. Third one is, make sure, I have told you about starting from Mudra to all the other loans what is available. Go with the plan, like go to the website, check it up, which loan will fit for you. And go and tell the manager that I want this. You see the difference, you see the response from the bank manager, he will tell you, because he is knowing that you have seen everything. He has seen everything what government has offered you, you have seen, you have read everything. So he will respond to you in a different manner. Instead of going, never tell your challenges to the bank manager, because he may not know he may not be able to understand our problems, or he may not be able to, assess, he may not be able to address our issues, and then he cannot be able to change anything in our business. So let us make sure which credit facility you want and go as per that. And very small final, this one we are going like microfinance, startup finance is available. Incubator centers, if you are going to start something very newly, and then for example, if you are going to come up with an app, or you don't require an office, but you need some place to sit. So you can use, if you are under MSME, you can utilize the incubation centers in all the big places. And CGTMSE scheme, in the starting itself, you can go for that. And market assistance, what I told you, and funding for barcoding, funding for certifications like ISO and Z, apprenticeship assistance, right? Land allotment schemes, promotional schemes from NSIC, no tender fee, no EMD, tender information you are going to get it, and supporting even the raw materials you are going to get. Suppose if you want to buy something, instead of buying outside, if you are a MSME, NSIC registered company, you can buy it from NSIC, you will get definitely more than 10% lesser than the market price, even the wholesale. So what is a frequently asked question is definition of MSME. Earlier it was mainly focused on manufacturing. Now it is manufacturing and services, both are in both hands. And who can register? Anybody, when you want to start an enterprise, you can register. No need for any earlier balance sheet or GST, even up to 25 lakhs if you are going to do the turnover in this starting 1 year. No need for even GST registration. You can first register MSME. Then think about all other things. Then automatically you will know everything. And collateral free borrowing and technology upgradation, tool rooms of MSME. That also I like it very much. If you go to tool rooms of MSME, you will wonder whether it is such a big software company or it is MSME. So such a big screen, 23-inch screen, they'll be sitting, and then you, instead of taking the people from outside, you can recruit from there, and you can utilize that facility also. Like if you are having a, if you want to use that facility, you can take the permission from them and do that, and improve your quality products by certifications, whatever certifications you want to have it. And manpower and skill development and cluster development is the place where I want to stop. Cluster development, especially with the hospitals, I'm telling you, it can be a diagnostic center, it can be anything. Minimum 20 organization, 20 enterprises minimum, 20 to 25 I suggest, at least 25 people if you are joining together. For example, all are going to use the same equipments. For example, whether I'm going to test the diabetic or thyroid or whatever, most of the hospitals are not having, smaller clinics are not having facility to test the thyroid, right? And they are giving to other people. Instead of that, what you can do is 25 people you can join together. You can take up one place and put all these missionaries into that. And then you all can use that facility. It is a common facility. That is what we call it as common usage of facility. You use the common facility. For example, you can get even 15 crores on that. You work on that, but you have to put somewhere around some 10-15% of your investment in the initially. But cluster development, one thing I'm telling you, like when we grow in a group, why we are in KAHO or any organization, associations is when we join an association, we automatically grow. You may not be knowing, without knowingly we'll be growing. Same like that, whenever cluster development, when we go around, automatically hospital, like you can do a lot of things in that. So it is not only for the clinics, testing diagnostic center. It can be even for very big. For example, I can give you very clearly. If I had to say, I can tell you, if the multi-speciality hospital, you take it as an example. Multi-speciality hospital, suppose you are having everything inside, but only one owner, correct? Then it is not a cluster. Different 25 owners, for example, one cardiologist, one dietitian, one all each and every doctors, if they are joining together, and if there is a common facility which can be used by whom and all, they can use the common facility. Then that is one of the world's toppers. You can please Google cluster hospitals, please. And promote energy conservation. See, energy, what happened is when if you are saving energy, then again you are having subsidy on that. For example, even the quality, power quality audit, energy audit, wherever you can reduce the energy, reduce the electricity bill, then you will have the support from the government for the MSMEs for the energy conservation. And recently, I don't know whether it may come back also. If it is coming back, I will inform you people. Like there was just by March we closed it from the World Bank. There was an initiative through Government of India. We were doing the walkthrough audits free of cost, and even for the audits, whenever it was done, Government of India was paying the money, not hospitals. So there are a lot of schemes when you come under MSME, I'm telling you. And you can design something. Suppose we have been using the same dental chairs from long years. So you can design something which maybe, you can think about something new designs in the hospitals. And for that design, design caps is there. You have a lot of support for that also. So with all these points, don't you feel we can easily grow global? And medical tourism and cluster, that is one of the major things what we can think about. So we have addressed the manpower, how you can save the money, creating differentiated strategy, think differently, lean management, cash to whether the storms also, cash flow is very important, avail of government schemes. So stress-free, what we want in this situation is stress-free. Summary is scale up with the schemes, definitely yes, grow with the MSME registration, revenue growth and grow global, manpower and skill development, set up necessary infrastructure cluster, and idea to obtain funding. I think we completed all these points we have discussed about, and thank you so much KAHO and AHPI for giving me this opportunity. And this is one of my preserved photo with Dr. Vijay Agarwal. So thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and hope I have done my justice.
Thank you, Jaya. I think it was like for us, I think it was like an ocean, that how to kind of contain the ocean in a cup, digest it, and try to understand. It was really, really illuminating. But over to Dr. Gyani and then to Dr. Vinay Agarwal for their understanding of all this and how can our people utilize these facilities. But I think there is a tremendous scope.
No, I can't imagine to, see webinar of this kind, the kind of thoroughness. She has not left anything, I think, uncovered. And one of the other pleasant part was the minister was sitting throughout. I'm not seeing the only.
I was really scared.
Webinar throughout. He, I think, left only 5 minutes back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That is, I think, power of the Vijayalakshmi, that when you are speaking, and though he was seeing that covering everything of his department.
I was expecting some questions from him actually. I was really scared when I'm telling some numbers.
Oh, no, no, very nice, and then you see, we had one point earlier raised by someone from Andhra that, this once they register into MSME, it says that the reimbursement also will be easier done. Within 45 days, the government schemes or anybody, the reimbursement will come in 45 days.
Yeah.
If this clause is to apply into the healthcare, it can turn around the healthcare, let me tell you.
Yeah, yeah.
We have 40,000 hospital or nursing home, I can call it, below 30 bed. Another 25,000 are the hospitals which are above 30 and below 100. That means all will be virtually eligible. That means virtually, let us say 60,000 smaller hospitals are going to be eligible under the scheme.
Yeah.
Suppose we make effort through CAHO, IMA, HPI to encourage our members to register for MSME.
Yeah.
Will you, in fact, I would have asked this question to the minister, would help us to talk to our Ministry of Health, Ministry of Defense, Ministry of Labor, for whom our hospitals are providing services under the empanelment scheme. And they get the reimbursement within 6 months, 1 year, sometimes 2 years, and no interest. Can you think of that registration will help them in this particular direction?
Sir, definitely it will help out, and I will put one more added to that. I request your organizations to request the Government of India first to waive off NABH charges. NABH, if the accreditation is, whatever fees we are paying. Like for example, MSME, when women organizations are coming under, there is an organization only for women to grow global. Okay. So that 40,000 rupees per year we have to pay, for example, means that is waived off for us from the MSME. Okay, same like that. First, the initial thing what I request is first you talk about NABH, because if the NABH, if every hospital should come inside, definitely it will be very helpful. And I think last time there was a meeting with IMA organized some event. I was there also. So Mr. Gopinath from Bangalore, he spoke on that day. But this was asked to him. But what I am telling you is, you can talk to the ministry. I feel 100% they will agree to that, because it will improve the quality and it will improve, because it is that is also a huge amount, and they can appoint, like for example, trademark and patent. There are certain approved people available for the startup, and all these people Government of India has appointed. Same like that, let them appoint some of the NABH consultants. Okay, and whenever these people are billing, government will reimburse.
Okay, that of course Dr. Vijay will answer you in the end. From my side, one small point we will be submitting to the minister now, because we have contact with his officers, that we can have a small separate help desk for the healthcare. Well, this is a new sector coming up in the MSME, and I think our people are not really savvy of contacting government. You industry people are very easy, manufacturing, but healthcare, nursing home, if they can set up a separate help desk with a specific number and officers, it will help us. So I think these two issues we will flag to the minister after this webinar, jointly by CAHO, IMA and HPI. Now I think over to Vinay Agarwal.
One small point I want to add here. As of now, for the healthcare, there is no extra schemes or nothing is new. Let us understand that first. So any MSME office, if you go register under services, the same schemes are only applicable for even healthcare.
And it's a national scheme, not state-wise. It is national.
Yeah.
Is it so? Is it not state-wise?
No, it is not state-wise, but MSME offices are there in all the states.
Yeah, that is okay.
I'll just say, Jayaji, it has been an excellent presentation.
Thank you.
and
Thank you
a
so
very,
much.
very informative webinar. I think you have covered practically everything. You have not left anything for questions to be asked. I just have just want to acknowledge the role played by Indian Medical Association, particularly Rajan Sharma in this, our president. And like Dr. Vijay said, that health ministry has nothing to do, but let me also Madam Preeti Sudan for this, and Mr. Preeti Sudan and then Mr. A.K. Sharma of MSME. Both of them were together when this entire thing has been done. Of course, Nitin Gadkari and others have a role, and the entire medical community and all of you as experts has done this job in a very, very small time. I also want to just add, I think there have been few privileges which I thought, like on property tax, on electricity bill and all those things. Are they available for MSME registered hospitals?
Yeah. Yes, it is there.
So
It
that
is
is, I
there.
think, most of the points has been covered. And Vijay, it has been an excellent webinar. And thank you very much, Dr. Jaya, for a wonderful presentation.
I am really, this topic has been definitely of great interest to me, because as Jayalakshmi ji will hear me out, about 3 years back, I said we started talking about MSME. In fact, last year in October 2019, I met the NSCI director, and he, we were just pursuing like that. But then this pandemic came, and I think a good opportunity came, and people like Vinay Agarwal became the, also the when
Dr. Rajan Sharma played a major role in this.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the IMA president and along with the activists like you, I'm sure that ultimately what I'm saying is the important thing is the proof of pudding is in eating.
Absolutely.
So it has arrived, and it has arrived. Now I'm saying it should be our duty as the healthcare, you can say, activists, to make the schemes information available to everyone. Because I still feel that just merely like what she said, that the scheme has been proclaimed, it has been announced, and that was the reason that I had been after all of you that we must have this webinar. And even now, of course, we had today about 120 people who have attended. It was also going live on the Facebook. So the recording of this will be made, sir, available to you. And I'm saying that please do circulate, make it a point that it goes to every nursing home owner. And maybe we can even have then another subsequent one, maybe where only those people who are serious and only the nursing home owners should be able to participate, or something like that, where we can invite Jayalakshmi ji, almost like, I think I don't mind even that can be one paid webinar. This webinar is available on the CAHO website. It will be available at our resource center from tomorrow, almost or day after, and your number will be made kind of available there. People who will see they should be available. So not only that, I will in fact work out, I think through AHPI, I will request Dr. Gyani that we can set up a help center in the AHPI website itself, so that people can start asking questions, and people like you, Vijayalakshmi, or maybe some couple of more, can become a group of consultants to help people out. So it will be a great help. You can have Dr. Vinay Agarwal and all as advisors to that group. So whether in
Definitely, sir, I am ready to help.
AHPI, you should, instead of, I'm saying, looking at the ministry to have the help desk.
Yes.
Yeah, even I agree.
Have our own help desk. Let's not
I agree, absolutely.
There's no reason for us to ask them for the help desk.
Absolutely, I agree.
So that's why I'm saying the only thing is, now most of the people want absolutely a ready-made dish, and that's what we will be working for. But thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks once
Thank
again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.